me today to talk about the upcoming health fair is Eileen Kelly. Eileen, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show, and before we get started, just tell the viewers a little bit about yourself.
I'm the supervisor of the public health nurses in the city of Elizabeth. We're with the Department of Health and Human Services, and we decided this is our first annual health fair that we, originated, and we focused on 55 and older instead of just saying senior health fair. We wanted to, but everybody's invited.
Now, someone who's sponsoring a health fair and part of the health nursing, do you practice what you preach? Do you work out?
I absolutely do. I get up early most mornings and I work out at the gym. I take spinning classes.
Now, when you say early, what time do you consider early?
Usually 4:20 a.m. to get a card to wait in line for a spinning class with a popular instructor that starts at 5:45 a.m.
Going back, you said, what time do you start?
Well, the class starts 5:45 a.m.
But you get up at?
4:20.
Dedicated.
My clothes are at the floor. I scoop them up. I have a whole system to get there.
Now, I've seen several health fairs and participated in quite a few, but why is this one focused on 55 and over?
Well, we feel in this age a lot with the community does base a lot of programs on the youth, and I think some of the older adults that are at home, maybe they don't have family that comes in and checks up on them. We chose 55 and older only because you can get your senior discount, like say the A&P for 55 and older. So we, picked that age. They might be falling through the cracks with health care, where they have Medicare but not, say, Medicare Part D that, is for prescriptions or, vaccines. And just to get them out there, maybe motivate them, to do something, there'll be informational sessions. And, in today's world with people underinsured, uninsured, undocumented, and we don't know what the healthcare plan will turn out to be, we want to start early, to access these people.
Now, the health fair, will it be rain or shine?
Rain or shine, because it's indoors. Since this is our first endeavor, and we planned a few months in advance, I didn't know this last year. The nurses, in my office, we wanted to organize and try and do it ourselves because we do attend other health fairs. And, we thought we could try and do something for our community. And so we picked the Peterstown Community Center. It is indoors. It has a little bit of an outdoor courtyard, but,
right.
Right now, not depending on the weather, we wanted to have it indoors for now.
In addition to the information that you provided so far, why is a health fair important to any community?
Well, it provides access for free screenings, whereas people coming off the street, or they might see that the health fair is going on, they may not have a physician, they may not be able to afford to pay to have the blood pressure or glucose screenings or some of the other things that we're offering. They don't have to call a physician and wait for an appointment to open up. Granted, a glucose screening isn't as accurate if you're not fasting, but it can give somebody an idea about it.
Right. Although I mentioned some of them in the earlier portion of the show, if you don't mind, just repeat or reiterate on some of the screenings that will be offered.
Okay, we are having free blood pressures, glucose screenings, height and weight. We have vision screening, oral cancer screening, BMIs, which is body mass index. And there's somebody coming that's, is going to do biofeedback. Those are some of the screenings that I can think off, the top of my head.
Now, off camera, we had some conversation. We talked about also information booths taking place and informational sessions. What's going on with those?
Several people reached out to me. One is the Division of Consumer Affairs, Attorney General's Office, Elder Fraud. I've seen them speak, some of their employees at other events, and it's very interesting. It was interesting, for me and for, everybody that's out there. There's a lot of fraud either in your gas or electric or, by phone and, stuff like that. There's an organization that's coming, New Jersey Hope and Healing, which has resources for mental health and addictive counseling. Especially, they noticed the stress related to, the Hurricane Sandy. So she'll have some information there. I have the YMCA coming, which may do like a small Tai Chi class or something, and hand out their resources for diabetes information. And they're coming from the eastern Union County, the Y on Madison Avenue.
Now, as you planned and put this together, was it hard trying to find the vendors, or was it?
Well, this was our first, and there were a few negatives that I should have started a year ago, but we thought, well, we'll try and see what happens, and we'll know better next year. I did get some resources, from you and other people in City Hall, and then going to some of the Union County senior events. They had a senior health fair at La Fair. They had Union County Awards Luncheon also there. So I was able to see some of the vendors, and I networked with a lot of people and invited them to, our fair. Had a letter made up telling them what, we wanted to do, and they responded and said if they needed anything special. So, and now people are coming to me, through the social media, because it's, on Facebook or, the city webpage, which is, very good. We've, hand delivered the flyers to a lot of places in and around Elizabeth. So, there's a lot of people, that are asking to participate now. So if they can't, I have them on my list for next time.
Okay. And as far as giveaways or some prizes or anything that available?
Yeah, I asked everybody if they could, everybody loves a giveaway. So I know the Division of Consumer Affairs, they will be, handing out a bag with some useful information and tidbits. We have some cards that will be given out when we do the screenings, like you can record your blood pressure, your medications, or, very important, phone numbers. We have some information on diabetes, just little keychains, flashlight keychain things, some exercise ball, that you squeeze, and whatever else all the vendors bring.
Now, besides the health fair, what are some of the other services provided by the public health nurses?
Well, the public health nurses are contracted to do the school nursing in the non-public schools in Elizabeth. So besides that, we also have STD clinics. We have a TB clinic. We have immunization clinics. Most of them now are based at Peterstown Community Center, where we're going to be. We would also like to promote, we have a new program, besides giving away vaccines for children for free if they qualify. It's usually you have to have no insurance or Medicaid. We applied to and we were approved for the vaccine program for adults. So what's very popular is the shingles vaccine, which is ages 59 and over. If you meet the criteria. So for anybody that's over 19, it's a little bit different than for children. They can be underinsured, meaning you have insurance, but it doesn't cover the cost of any vaccines, or in particular this vaccine, because the shingles is not covered by a lot of companies.
Now, information like that, would that be available at the health fair?
Yeah, we're going to have a table there ourselves with a lot of information, a sign-up sheet if, we want to see what the interest is. We have had, people calling us, and it's not just for the children to get immunized, it's, or if it's a healthcare worker that needs, she's older, 30s or 40, and she needs her MMR, which is measles, mumps, rubella, hasn't been in school for a while, so she doesn't have the record. So, that's what we're going to try and do. So. Okay.
And if someone needs additional information, how can they reach you?
Well, we're located in City Hall, and they can call the health department, nursing. It's 908-820-4250 for more information.
Okay, thank you very much, and I wish you much success with the health fair.
Thank you very much.
All right. We'll be back with the second half of our city to talk about the upcoming July Fest after these words. Thank you. Welcome back to the second half of our city, and I'm joined for the second half to discuss the upcoming July Fest. And joining me is none other than Miss Winona Ankrum and Miss Ella Gardner. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Well, upcoming on July 17th, am I correct?
Yes.
The third Wednesday of the month is the 22nd annual July Fest. And what is it, July Fest? What is that?
July Fest is just a day of bringing the community and agencies together. It's a day of free music, free food. Residents can come out and get tested and learn, get information from the different agencies that's there.
Right.
And it's just a day of sharing.
It's like a mini health fair.
Yes.
And I shouldn't say many, but it is a health fair and a lot of
Yes.
information being shared. And the residents go home with a lot of great knowledge.
Yes.
And when did the July Fest begin and who organizes this event?
Well, it began in 1991 by Tom Comerford.
Okay. And besides Tom now, other people now organize. You have a committee?
Oh, yes. Back there then it was Tom Comerford, Charlene Taylor, Cecilia Frazier, me, myself. It was Lucille Garner, Margaret Carroll, just to name a few that started it out.
Okay. Charlene's been around a long
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does the community benefit from July Fest?
They benefit from it because it gives them the opportunity of coming out, even though it's for one day, but it gives them that opportunity of coming out, meeting and greeting with other agencies, finding out information, having the chance to be tested for different things. And, it's a day of learning
Right.
and experiencing things.
And do you know some of the free testing that will be provided this year?
The glucose, hypertension. I believe we're gonna have eye screening. So
and,
far.
and that's, in addition to that, you have a lot of fun stuff for the kids also. The library comes out every
Yes,
year.
the library comes out every year with the character drawing and with the face painting.
Right. And I guess the kids with the family and all will love the free food.
Of course they do. The free food and the music.
Now, how many agencies or groups do you think will be there this year?
So far, we have 18 so far. We're looking for more. But with the July Fest, as always, some agencies will wait till the last minute. Some let us know, and some just show up.
Right. And I don't know if you know, but offhand, can you name some of the agencies that might be there?
Sure. We have Loving Care, New Jersey Family Care, Proceed, Second Home, Elizabeth Education Organization Committee, they're new.
Right.
New Jersey Tips, they're new. The Leaguers, Head Start, Lead Coalition, Future City, Wellness Gym, Bayway Success Center, which is new, WIC, AmeriGroup, Trinitas, the Library, United Healthcare, Schumann House, the first time was last year, Yvonne McCullough Foundation, and YWCA.
Now, I knew you were going to forget two who always get upset, but you have the fire department.
Yes.
The fire
I was
department
just going to say the
and
fire
the police department.
Right.
And we also always have, what is their name?
Now, while you think about that, will we have the great Detective Cabarly with us this year? Or
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I know he retired now, but
Yes.
hopefully he'll come back and make a guest appearance.
Yes, that would be.
But
Very
if not,
much.
Vito will probably be there in his presence and help you out and get a lot of folks out to help you out.
Yes, I'm sure we will have presence of the police department. And that was the Presbyterian Center I was trying to
Newport
get.
Press?
Yes, and
Okay.
Brand New Day. They are other agencies that always take part of the July Fest.
Now, I know each year it gets bigger and bigger, but how many people do you anticipate or expect to be there this year?
Anywhere between 300 to 500.
And that's open to each and everyone, or it's free?
Free to anyone.
Not only for the residents of the city of Elizabeth, but from everywhere.
Right.
Newark, Orange.
Now, over the years, there's been a change in the port area. The Pioneers' homes are gone. Mayglore Manor is gone. The new residents, have they come out and taken part in the July Fest?
Yes, they have.
They like it very much? Or?
Yes, they do.
And what's some of the feedback you get from the residents? Excitement, or is it just... What-
Yeah, some of them say they can't wait till next year
Okay.
when we do it again. Because as you know, the July Fest is the only festival that is resident ran in the port area.
Right.
And so that's a good thing because I guess they say this is something that residents can really relate to because it's resident ran.
Right. And it's going to take place where?
On First Street and Elizabeth, between South Park and Magnolia Avenue.
Right. I always call it the Miller,
The Miller Evans Logan
Yes.
Center.
161-163 First Street.
Yes, yes.
And the time?
4 to 7 p.m.
Is that rain or shine? Or
Rain or shine.
and last year can prove it.
Yes,
Yes, yes.
definitely could prove it.
I think it went beyond rain last year. It was a major thunderstorm.
And with a blackout.
Right. And you guys were able to pull it off, and everything worked out well.
Yes.
That's right, that's right. And,
So it's definitely rain or shine.
Rain or
yes,
shine.
and this is our 22nd year, and to say in 22nd years, to my knowledge, there's only rain twice.
Okay. Now, each year you guys go out of your way to provide free food, but you also do a special twist to the free food. You have a special guest cook. Who's your guest chef for this year?
Our guest chef
Straight
this
from
year
the Cooking Network is no.
is Councilman Carlos Torres.
Councilman Torres.
Yes, he
Okay.
will be our guest cook for this year.
First Ward Councilman.
First Ward.
Yes, first of all.
He committed to it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I guess he's somewhere practicing his cooking right now. Last time I was at a cookout, he burnt quite a few of the burgers, so keep an eye on him, please.
Oh, well,
Yes.
okay. Well, Saturday they was over here roasting the whole pig. They didn't burn that, so he might do good at the July Fest.
And also he would have Reverend Dr. Barkley,
Okay.
who would be on standby to help him out.
Now, Bartley's going to burn the hot dogs, I guarantee
Yes.
you. And you can tell him I said that.
Oh, definitely.
But there's one thing about July Fest: we don't have to worry about cooks.
Right.
There's always
Okay.
some cooks on the grill.
And every year you guys give out a lot of healthy snacks. Fruit is given out free.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not just about the hot dogs, but a lot of healthy information going on. And people get to think of life differently when they leave July Fest, which is good.
Yes.
Now, in addition to the July Fest, are there any other events that you guys participate in throughout the year?
Well, we're all over everywhere. If someone called us and asked us to participate in anything for them, we always there. We haven't turned down anyone.
And are there any sponsors for this year?
Yes, we have the Housing Authority. As far as donations, Councilman Manny Grover, the Councilman at Large Manny Grover, First Ward. First Ward Freeholder Sergio
Granados?
has gave us a donation. Conifer Realties has given us a donation. And this year, believe it or not, Valani Bus Company gave us a donation. And we're looking for a few more to come in that has people have pledged to give to us.
Okay. So I'm quite sure Freeholder Granados will be there representing the county.
yes.
And this will be the first time you had one that Manny Grover is not the First Ward Councilman.
That's true.
Right.
You should have made him get on the
Right.
grills and going away.
And we also invited Senator Lesniak
Okay.
to be there. We get donations from the Pepsi Company and the Elizabeth Public Library always give us and do what they can in the city of Elizabeth
Right.
and the housing authorities.
Now, the majority, if weather permits, majority of the event is held out on the streets. And inside is where the screenings take place.
Right.
What's
right.
some of the indoor screenings that must take place indoors? Do you know offhand?
Well, if it's anything to do like the eye testing, because they have to be in a special room.
Right.
The glucose screening and for the hypertension.
Right.
They be inside because it's by the DJ being outside. It's a distraction, so we put them inside.
And in addition to the information that we talk about, the healthy information and things like that, there are some giveaways, raffles, and things like that?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Now, most of the vendors that come, don't let me say vendors because people think they would sell something. But most of the agencies they bring in their own raffles and giveaways
Okay.
for the residents or whoever.
So again, everything is free,
Everything
Everything.
is free.
and the date,
July the 17th.
and where we're going to be at?
In front of the Miller Evan Logan Center, 131,
161-163. Where are you going to be at? 131.
I'll be under the tent cooking.
Now, here's the hardest question that we ask you each and every year, Winona. Please get it right this year.
Right.
Your phone number.
It's 908-576-2852.
Is that the right number this
That's
year?
the right number.
It's a few years ago, she gave out the wrong number. It was
Yes.
her own number, but she gave out the wrong,
Wrong
number.
number.
So,
I mixed it with mine and Charlene's.
okay. So, anything else you want to tell the public before we sign off here? Or?
Well, if there's any agency that's out there that want to be part of the July Fest, please contact us at that number. Contact me, Winona Ankrum, and I will be more than glad to help you get situated where you can be at our July Fest.
Okay, thank you. Don't forget the July Fest. That's again July 17th at the Miller Evans Logan Recreation Center, 161-163 First Street, and that'll be going on from 4 to 7, free of charge. Bring out the entire family. You're guaranteed to have a great time. And once again, don't forget the 2013 55 Plus Summer Health Fair. That's Saturday, June 29th from 11 to 3 at the Peterstown Community Center, which is located at 419 Palmer Street. Once again, we want to thank you for tuning into this segment of Our City. Have a safe and wonderful week. Thank you.